grain-free mamas products. And the reason that we're doing that is because it's more indicative of what we're doing. I mean, gluten-free, there's tons of gluten-free stuff, but they're not grain-free. And we talked about that last week with the prolamines and the grasses family genus. And really, our products are grasses family free. So, you know, sugar-free. First we start, okay, so let me start with the evolution. We first started out as GF mamas, and our slogan was 3G free, gluten, grain, and gunks, oops, I mean sugar-free, which was a great way to start. But then we ended up going grain-free. And, you know, we were kind of already grain-free by that time, but not strictly. And then shortly thereafter, we went sugar-free, but then we realized it was the sugar cane and the corn sugar that comes out of the grasses genus. That was our problem. Basically, we can't digest the grasses genus family. And we're not the only ones. I think that it's, you know, I mean, statistically, I know if you look on things, they talk about it being a statistic of maybe 10% of the population, but I think they're behind the scenes, because I'm telling you, for me, it's at least 4 out of 10 people that I run into that are having the same kind of problems. And we talk to people every day. It comes up every day because it's you know, when you have a whole population of people that cannot digest foods because they're feeling sick, and it's not just in America, it's all over the world. And then you have to look back at what the American diet has done in the last, you know, 100 years to change. And what's happened is we have gone from a population that lived off of the seasons and off of the land, and now we eat so much from the grasses family, probably 60% of our diet. And, you know, that's a ballpark figure, but there's just so much. I mean, look at the food you eat and think about it. How much sugar cane is in it? Do you know that there's sugar cane in everything now? And corn syrup, which is also grasses family sweetener, and they get that from the corn. But when those products, they're fillers. Wheat, corn syrup, high fructose corn syrup, regular corn syrup, sugar, cane sugar. I mean, all of them come from the same family. And if you look, I bet probably, I'm just estimating, but maybe 80% of the products, packaged products, have one of those ingredients in them. And it's crazy. It's got to stop. And it's not going to stop until we have alternatives. And that's what we're about. And so what we did was we did a little changing. We did some package mock-ups. And then we've also changed to grain-free mamas. We have a new logo. I'm pretty excited about that. So if you go, you can see it on all of our social media sites. You can see it on the Facebook page. Well, we have to update all that, but it'll be on the Facebook, the Twitter, the Instagram, the Pinterest. It's already on our website. It's already on our YouTube channel. And so we're just slowly switching all that stuff over so that we can be totally up to date and accurate, and that we can get the news and all the products that we have out to you guys. And so anyway, that is my exciting change that's taken up a lot of my time. You know, it's really tedious to change all that stuff. It really is. It's not like I would want to do this again tomorrow. It's really tedious. It takes a lot of time. And then you got to go back and update everything. And there's a lot of everything. And so anyway, that's enough about that. If you want to, go on gfmamas.com and you'll see all those mock-ups and stuff. And you know, go below, like, subscribe, and give us your feedback. Send us an email. Our info@gfmamas email is up and running, and we would love to hear from you and interact from you. And we don't want you to miss anything. So like and subscribe. But anyway, but the thing that I want to go back to today is the prolamines and then the sugars and stuff. And I just want to pose this question for you guys, just thought-provoking question. And part of it kind of goes like this. So, you know, if you look at the grasses family, the grasses genus, and if you look at corn syrup and wheat, all the products that we eat within that grasses genus family, so that's all of your grains, your gluten grains, plus corn syrup, rice, and, you know, corn, rice, and sugarcane, so any of those products. And when you eat those products, you eat that stuff, you never reach a satiation point. And so what I mean by that, that's like a scientific term that means your contentedness point. And so what happens is we want more, and then we want more. So we eat more and we want more, and we eat more and we want more. And that is a trait of those products. And the food industry has made it a desirable thing by saying it's the craveability factor, or, you know, and really what they've done is they've put a nice sounding term on a rotten reality. And so here's what I want to tell you though. But if you were to eat honey, let's take honey as a different kind of sweetener, honey, or even date sugar. So dates, honey, fruit, dates. You know, when you first start out and if you went and took the grasses genus family out, you would have this incredible appetite for sweets because you've been having so many, and everything turns into sugar, you know, in the grasses family when you eat it within your body. So anyway, it would just you would have this tremendous appetite and desire for that stuff. But then, so when you get to honey, it could be that the first day, and what we found is when you switch to eating honey, raw honey, or, you know, dates or date sugar anyway, what happens at first is you reach for it quite a bit during the day, and we tell the people in our food program, hey, don't worry about that. Don't worry about if you want 10 tablespoons of honey in a day. I'm not worried about that. Don't worry about the calorie part of it. And the reason that I can say that with surety is that honey is a type of sweetener that you will reach a satiation point. So what that means is maybe today you ate 10 tablespoons to satisfy your desire for honey, but within a week you're probably down to a teaspoon, 2 teaspoons, 3 teaspoons, because what happens is your appetite for that gets satiated. And so I was thinking about this and kind of running this around in my mind, and here's kind of what I was thinking. Like the grasses family, grasses are mainly, you know, for animals. Go back 1,000 years if you want to. And the animals roaming the earth grazed off of those, you know, the grass family. So they're eating the grasses in the field. That's where they get their foods, and the vegetarians and stuff. And really, if you think about it, for a cow, let's take a cow for instance. A cow's stomach is different than a human stomach. And so a cow grazes. They eat all day. And isn't that what we do when we eat the grasses family? We kind of graze too. We eat all day. But I was thinking about that too. And a cow's stomach, it isn't the same as a human stomach. And a cow does a thing where it chews the cud. And so you get that stuff is being churned up, and there's digestive enzymes, and this whole process within that stomach of the cow that's grazing, and the animals that graze is just this kind of slower, totally different stomach mechanism than what we have. We don't have that. Our stuff goes in, gets digested, and keeps moving along. And so we don't get any of that reciprocating. It's not like we have, oh God, what do you call that thing they're cycling? That thing that you crank every day. And, but our stomach doesn't work like that. And yet for cows it does. And so it's like, I had an aha moment. I like aha moments. So I had an aha moment because I went, oh my gosh, no wonder we struggle with that. Our stomachs were not made to digest that way. And I mean, what are your thoughts on that? I mean, do you eat and get satisfied with the grains and the grasses? And I didn't. And it's like pancakes. I mean, pancakes are a meal where you can eat, and then you may be stuffed at the time, and your stomach is, you know, you get the carb coma, but it goes away pretty quick. Pizza's the same way. I mean, people can really gorge themselves on pizza, but yet when you eat, like when we eat our GF Mama's pizza crust, you don't get that carb coma. You don't get that in your stomach. And so what ends up happening now when I eat pizza, I'm like satisfied with a piece of pizza, maybe two. And so I have that satisfaction factor in the GF Mama's foods that I eat, and in honey, and the way that we've changed our diet by taking the grass genus out of it. We just have such a satiation point reaching, and it's fabulous. And we don't have to worry about calories. You know, I don't worry about calories. I don't worry about when I'm hungry, I eat. When I'm not, I stop. And that's one of the things that I teach in the food coaching program is eat when you're hungry, stop when you're no longer hungry. If you get full, you ate too much. And the grasses genus does not turn off those triggers in your body to tell you that you're full, and that's why we overeat a lot of times and we don't feel satisfied. And so there's some food for thought for today. And we'll have more next week. But check out our website. Check out our social media sites. We would love to have you as part of our family. So take action today. Like and subscribe. We'd love to have you every week. And have a great day. Make it a 3G free day.